Both players ready. This is the real game one. SV and Tetris time. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right. Are these the same pieces, guys? Cute Pup Jesus gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the classic Tetris Monthly community on Twitch. Jesse Warner, Techie, Deacon, G-Bads, and Crows, you receive them. Thank you, Cute Pup Jesus. Hey, everybody, it's your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. So anyway, yeah, SV, Seed 10, Tetris Time, Seed 15. Good job. They're playing the top 8. Why does Tetris Time's shirt look photoshopped in his portrait? That's a real shirt. I don't know why, but it's his actual shirt that he was wearing. Don't know. So anyway, if this does make it to the edited part of on YouTube, yeah, they played on the wrong seeds, and I was locked in on my player intros and didn't notice that they were on wrong seed. It's the one time I don't seed check properly, and of course, I get hosed. $215 SV, $232 for Tetris Time. You can go back to the previous videos, the previous ones that fed into these, and find out who they are. There you go. The one time today, chat was being too extra about it. Yeah, probably a little bit. But no, they were doing what they should have done. They got my attention, so there you go. Tetris for SV, 285, 281 for Tetris Time. Nah, chat is fine. They did the right thing. They did the right thing. Mr. Brain says, I've never seen these players before. No idea who they are. Well, if you don't know who they are, you're not going to find out from me, Mr. Brain. Okay? Oh, people were throwing insults around? What were the insults? Oh, I got to go back and see the insults. All right, we got to see who was trafficking in insults and then punish them. $365 for Tetris Time, 403 for SV. Yeah, I didn't see any insults. Except Violet. The closest was Violet saying it's embarrassing, but, you know, Violet's allowed. She supports on Patreon. So if you support on Patreon, you get insult immunity. $421 for Tetris Time, 501 for SV. Yeah. No. Don't worry about that. That's fine. Moderator, you're really just, all the mods are here just to pin seeds. That's it. 548 for SV, 490 for Tetris Time. There's a long bar down Tetris Time. Tetris Time into 19 at 517 as of 541 now. And yeah, I think they pretty much are, they were pretty much close to what they had in the aborted game there. So 593 for Tetris Time, 648 for SV. But yeah, you know, rare Seed Checker L, right? Very rare. Seed Checker has a good record. And I think particularly a good record against SV, actually. This is not the first time. 727 for Tetris Time, 756 for SV. There's a Tetris SV, 784, 758 Tetris Time. About a 50,000 point lead for SV right now, and also Tetris Time ahead in line. So this is a bigger lead than that for SV pace-wise. The winner of this goes to the semifinals to face Meme, who was already there. Tetris SV, he's got the max out A29. Tetris Time back by about 130 something thousand points. There's a Tetris SV, there's one Tetris Time 939. 1.1 for SV. Potentially get two more Tetrises. There's one. Tetris Time is into 29 at 943. There's a double. Tetris Time trying to work this down. Is this survivable? He's trying. Oh, no, he's going to miss with that L piece. And SV is good in game number 1. Your back is destroyed? What's wrong with your back? So SV, you are good. So SV has no hands. Tetris Time has no back. Seems fair. Seems very fair. D33 on 33. There's a Tetris SV. He's going to mullen this one out. Everybody gets one. One mullen. SV up 1-0 a 3-1 Tetris. So yeah, continuing on a different day. I don't know if this is going to get edited together or not or whatever, but this is a different day. We had a player with a little bit of an injury, not feeling good. So we decided in the interest of health to suspend the match. And we are continuing that match today, just a couple days later. And I don't need to introduce the players because I already did that in game number 1. Although, did I? Because didn't this match actually, weren't we on the wrong seed in the first time we tried game 1 and I introduced all the players and then I was like, I don't want to introduce them again. So maybe I should introduce the players. Yeah, I mean, left side SV qualified in with a 1.41 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. He's got a PB of 5.98 million from Great Britain or the United Kingdom or one of those entities. Overlapping Venn diagram of different entities over in that archipelago of islands. But yeah, SV, most recently you've seen him at the Classic Tetris UK Championship, took second place in that. Also was a top 12 finisher at CTWC Das in Germany. Was top 8 in CTWC's World Championship. Went out to the eventual winner of that event, Alex T. SV is a one-time CTM Masters event winner, if you can believe it. Holy moly. That was all the way back in January of 2023. And there used to be a CTM PAL event, I'm told, and SV was the winner of that back in June. Defeated Fractal 4-2 in a best of 7 in that CTM PAL June of 2023. I really had nothing to do with that. I guess that was a thing. So I don't even remember it. I think that was like a Pumpy project. I vaguely remember that happening. But it's a good accomplishment. SV, also a winner of a Challenger circuit. That was back in October of 24. That was the second to last Challenger circuit we ever had. We might be bringing that back in some form. SV is a 3-time CTWC gold bracket player, and his highest finish was this year. Never finished outside the top 16. He's also a 4-time Mega Masters player, finished twice in the top 8. He did that again this year as well. In the years that he went out in the top 8, he went out to the winner of the event, Alex T in 23 and Dog in 25. 331 for SV. Tetris time at 338. On the right side, it is Tetris time. Seed number 15 from the USA. PB of 5.2 million. It's ranked 20 in the most recent Premier poll for open Tetris tournaments. You can find the full rankings, including SV at the 13th spot. PremierPoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. You've seen Tetris time running roughshod over various regional tournaments in 2025, including CTWC Washington and Phoenix and Vegas. Over the course of the last year or so. Kansas City Das, silver bracket. He's a 2-time Challenger circuit winner. SoCal is not on the list here, but the chat is telling me SoCal. It's not in Liquipedia. He's also made appearances at, Genesis X2. At the Jonas Cup, played in the Team Relay and the Mind Melt. And in the Jonas Cup proper. He's a 6-time CTWC Gold Bracket player, 544 for TetrisTime, 546 for SV. And he's finished as high as the top 8, which he did in the second online year of 2021. Went out to the final, one of the finalists, Huffaluffagus. And yeah, a multi-time Challenger Circuit winner in May of 21 and June of 23. He's also been in Mega Masters twice in 23 and 25. Played in our Tap Masters this year as well. So both of these players kind of careening here toward level 19, just one real line clear away for both. TetrisTime is in at 616. SV is in at 619. A little bit of a drought, of course, for both players on the 19 entry. And Tetris down for SV, 648, 646 for TetrisTime. So double 600K transitions here in game number 2. This is a top 8 match, so the winner will go to the semifinals. TetrisTime has never been in the semifinals of the Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event. He's been in the top 8 one time before, and that was in May of 2021 when it was a 16-player tournament. So this matches his best month so far, looking to exceed it here. SV, of course, with that win, has been the entire way through and has multiple top 8 finishes and beyond. 800,000 for SV, 70. Oh, there's a Tetris over TetrisTime, 823. There's another one down, 853. This year, SV's highest finish was the top 4. That was in January. That's right, Stanislaw. That's how hard CTM is. I mean, CTM, in a lot of ways, just, pure talent-wise, obviously always going to be more talent-dense than CTWC, just because travel. Not everybody can travel out to Portland every year. But it's far easier to get online and stream. On the other hand, there's live dynamics as well, which are totally different dynamics. So maybe that kind of counterbalances the talent density, but 2 very tough tournaments. A70 for SV. Now remember, we do have all the way until level 39 until the double kill screen kicks in. So players will have until basically line 330 to get all the points that they're going to get. TetrisTime is up high on the board. He gets the max, but that is all he's going to get, because he's going to top out here on 28. He had basically a Tetris well buried there, could never uncover it, just had kind of Swiss cheesy holes, multiple rows and columns, and just could not uncover them. SV going to go up 2-0. Hilbert Space says SV will get another Masters, I'm sure of it. Well, he's a very, very talented player and very accomplished, so certainly always a threat. All right, players, as soon as SV tops, I will go ahead and put a seed here. All right, players. SV basically mullining for warm-up, right? So you can sort of mullen as a warm-up. That is what is happening here. All right. SV's going to top. He's looking to wrap it up right now. Tetris time needs to win to stay in. Let's go 3, 2, 1, Tetris. How about that Tetris G Fuel? That was pretty tasty. I am not going to lie. It was tasty. But I don't think they make that anymore. Tetris Blast. Oh, they do have a Tetris Blast that has the 40 years of Tetris. Like it's a different container than when they originally launched it during its heyday. It's got like the retro kind of green and black. It's almost like CTM colors, actually. Oh, and I guess you can still get it on Amazon. G Fuel, Tetris G Fuel, 12-pack. It exists. They sponsored Opox the Player, but not CTM. Well, good. I'm glad they did. He probably reached out. It's on that Sigma grind set, whatever. All right, that's going to be a good J for Tetris time as he looks to uncover that right side well so he can start scoring again. Long bar gets down for Tetris time, 105, 166 for SV. I mean, we should try to we got to get more sponsors because who's streaming Tetris more year round than we are, right? Like, okay, yeah, we don't have these big monster twice a year events, but we got, okay events throughout the entire year. Tetris Mario says, how about no right well November? Well, it is November now. So it would be too late to do that. But we have we have 2 November tournaments that ban something. Already eliminate something. $245 for SV, $250 for Tetris time. The Tetris community could definitely use sponsors. Well, we'd have to do a very thorough vetting just to ensure that nobody had ever said or thought anything, and nor any of their relatives going back 10 generations ever did anything wrong. So $276 for SV, $297 for Tetris time. Don't even get me started. I have no filter right now. I'm struggling to retain the filter I have. Tetris for Tetris time, 366, 285 for SV. There's a nice dirty for SV, 308. I bring it up more than anyone else. I know I do. Yeah, I get it, Tio. I'm just, I got to talk about something. Oh my God. Could please people stop texting right now? I mean, I've never actually talked about it. I just hint around. passively aggressively mention it. Without mentioning it. Because that's the Vandy way, really. All right, 405. For SV is going to get a Tetris 428, 512 for Tetris time. My favorite idea for no blank November, though, was no max out November. The highest score to not get a max out wins. Like Price is Right. Like, we'll close this without going over. Yeah, that's that kind of thing has been on the list. I have a list of, modes and candidate modes and things like that. That kind of thing is on the list. 637 Tetris time, 526 for SV. There's one Tetris time, 718. He's ahead by 5 lines and ahead over 100,000 points. So Tetris time right now in the driving seat. Someone asking who is the best UK player. I mean, there's a handful of players who would be in the running for that. If you look at the Premier poll and you just kind of look at who's been voted, I think the highest person on that list with the UK flag is SV. Eve Z is right behind him. Dan V and Sunny are on that list as well. So according to Premier Poll, you can find the full rankings over at premierpoll.com. Those would be the 5 or 4. How many is that? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. But of course, you may judge differently. Current UK champion is Evesy, who defeated SV. But SV has been in the finals in that event 2 years in a row. 912 for Tetris time. He gets a Tetris 944, 764 for SV. You think PMYA is the real GOAT? Nah, I don't think they can hang these days. $983 for Tetris time. Long bar down Tetris. SV with some acrobatics here to get around the top of that stack. 870. Tetris time's got the A51 on 27. Tetris A94. 938 for SV. Somebody wants push down points only mode where you can clear lines, but no points for lines only push down. Whatever happened to that person? Yeah, I don't know. Kind of. Yeah, you see him streaming every once in a while. Tetris for Tetris time, C15. We are into the 29 phase. Tetris time still up ahead by like 160,000 points. There's a Tetris SV. Cut that gap. Now, of course, Tetris time ahead by like 8 lines, 10 lines. Tetris for SV B44. Tetris time has been ahead the entire way, and just now his board starts to gum up a bit. He's going to try to bring this down. The long bar gets over. Okay. Trying to bring this down so he can start stacking and Tetrising again. SV has cut into that lead and is now within 22,000 points. Both players with low boards that are not Tetris ready. And those boards starting to climb, but bringing them back down again. So this is a tight one. Tetris time is set up. He's ready. He gets a Tetris D27, gets a little separation. He's going for another one. Gets it. D71. So remember, Tetris is here worth north of 40,000 now. There's one for SVD27. TetrisTime is open for has to chunk it down, though. And he's going to be looking to get another and gets it. E32. SV is in a spiral here. That is going to be a top out. TetrisTime is going to take game number 3 and continue on in the match. So, yeah, TetrisTime, the prime time scaling here, just sort of staying alive, staying around, trying to maintain that lead, and then getting Tetrises toward the end when they are the most valuable. And there you go. TetrisTime takes game number 3. We will be continuing on. GG's. Game number 4, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Our custom ROMs or ROM hacks on the table for STM. Yeah, potentially. The problem is it just limits people who can play to people who have an EverDrive or flash cart. And there's just not, that is not the majority. So a lot of people wouldn't be able to play. So trying to limit it to things that we can do on Tetris Gym. I do think everyone, I can't decide for people what they should and shouldn't do, but seems like if you want to fully participate in the classic Tetris scene and it's a major hobby and it's a major way you spend your time and you can afford a couple $100 that getting a flash cart would be a worthwhile investment, because then you could just do everything. You could always keep up to date with the, newest Tetris Gym without having to get a fresh cartridge. You could do ROM hacks and things like that. Def Gamer says no 29 DAS Vember, a DAS tournament, but the 29 speed is taken out. Players can play on 19 speeds indefinitely. So like a no cap DAS Vember. But PAL is already like that. Yeah, but nobody wants to play PAL. Yeah, I think I have 3 flashcards. PAL DAS tournament would be more interesting. I don't know. I like the idea of no cap DAS Vember. That is appealing. The best EverDrive is Crizio Kart. Yeah, how much are those Crizio carts, or however you pronounce that? PAL DAS tournament makes no sense since the niche is already filled. I agree with Doogie. Like, there are people that are good. PAL DAS Tetris already exists, right? So what would it add for us to do it? And it's a small niche, I think, so. Do a PAL open tournament and my life is yours. Doogie, will you stop being mean to me if I do a PAL DAS tournament? Open. Doogie's kind of mean to your old PAL fan. It does hurt my feelings a little bit, but that's okay. 323 for TetrisTime, 397 for SV. Yeah, if doing a PAL Open tournament would make Dougie be nice to me for the rest of his life, then I guess I would do it. I have thought about it. Like, I do kind of want to do it because I don't know. I don't want the PAL scene to. I don't know. I don't want it to perish, and it seems to kind of drift in and out. So it would be good to have something regular. I don't think it could be monthly, but like quarterly. PAL Open is quite dead. Well, what would what's the problem? Is it just infinite line out is the problem? Could we not implement a kill screen of some sort? Would that be bad, or you just want to go forever? Like, you just want to play no cap Palvember forever? $583 entry into 19 for SV. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. This is the other problem. I mean, not that I'm an expert on anything, but would a PAL Open tournament be capped at 29 or 39? TetrisTime is in at 524. C-Tech is 29 cap. Seems a little quick. Oh, that diving board for TetrisTime. So he's going to have to work his way around that, and he's doing it. Looks crazy what he's doing. He's kind of going up and getting it, so. So lucky for TetrisTime that SV is in a bit of a burn sequence here. Dougie, how would you want it structured? Do you want to just no line cap at all, or do you want to cap it somewhere? I can't do a no cap tournament like all the time. $715 for SVB, 580 for TetrisTime. There's one TetrisTime. So both players clean. SV is set up. He's chopping it down. All right. Well, I guess Dougie's not listening to me. Like, asking him direct questions, like trying to actually bring the thing into reality that he wants, and he's just not responding. Okay. Message received. $845 for SV, 708 TetrisTime. Line cap probably 29, maybe too quick, and CTM has good grounds for experimentation, so 39 or 49. I think 39 is like a good start. At least do some, you know. See where that gets you. Are people playing 39 capped or 49 cap PAL nowadays? Is that happening anywhere? $844 for TetrisTime, $958 for SV. Isn't there a reason why CTM PAL stopped? The reason CTM PAL stopped is because that was Pumpy Heart's thing to do, and Pumpy Heart is no longer employed. And so it's not something I could continue, but that's why it stopped. All right, we're into 29. A72 for SV, 928 for TetrisTime. Tetris for Tetris Time, 970s, back by 116,000, something like that. SV gets a Tetris B29. About 80 something lines to go. Right, SV trying to bring this down. I mean, well, both players really trying to bring this down. So SV in a scramble here. And that's going to be a top out for SV at B79. The target for Tetris Time is B80. If he can get to B80, well, there's B62. So he's less than a Tetris. Maybe a couple triples here. There is a Tetris, and Tetris Time is going to take game number 4 and tie it up 2 games apiece, and we're headed to a decider. Holy moly. I feel like Tetris Time is just willing this to happen. He's so close to the semifinals. He can just taste it, and he's just pure will. But, you know, will is not going to be enough because SV, the top players in the world, former CTM Masters event winner, and he said his fingers are feeling good today. I think that's what I heard, unless I misinterpreted. Fingers are good, controller not so good. Oh my goodness. It's always one thing or another. No one wants to play uncapped open pal. All right, there you go. Level 39 Tetris Time. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. That's kind of why we don't do ready in the chat, because it's hard to see because there's a lot of chat. But Tetris Time likes to keep it old school and put the ready in the chat. That is fine. Well, this is it. It's a decider. SV and Tetris Time. The results of this one single solitary solo game will determine who goes into the top 4. Best of 7 29 cap, but also best of 5 39 cap. One of those. Yeah, if somebody wants to try out matches, 39 cap matches or best of 5. All right, SV 140. Now 164. Tetris Time at 205. I guess this is technically a reverse decider. We'll put that D here. Backwards. Username Gold in the chat says, I love Stack Blocks Terrace. Thank you, Gold. Appreciate that. It's the DTM Masters event. Oh, what the heck? Now it's just an upside down decider. I warn you, my throat is like deteriorating, so I may not be able to be my responsive and charming, witty vandweller that you are all so used to and love so much. What's up, Leo? Tetris for SV 372 312 for Tetris time. Yeah, we are reflecting over the x-axis. That is exactly correct. It's still reversed. Steels is right. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. The tuck for Tetris time, the skim. He's skimming and waiting. And Tetrising 391 Tetris time, 404 for SV. Again, the winner of this does move on to the top four. SV's been there as recently as January of this year. Tetris time has never been in the top four. Of course, SV, if he can get to that top four, he'd be 2 wins away from another championship. The last time he got one was in 2023. 475 for SV, 462 for Tetris time. $535 SV, Tetris time 539. Tetris time is into 19 at 563. SV gonna skim here. He's in at 559. Gets a Tetris right after. All right, Tetris time 923 is on level 21 now. Hana with the raid, party of 2. Hana is in the top 8 of Das Masters. Sorry, Mega Dasters this month. Tetris for SV 716. 652 Tetris time. Duji makes a good point. I agree with that. I think the level 19 battles are pretty fun on PAL, open format players. All right, SV knocking this stack down. Long bar gets over 815. 795 Tetris time. All right, players keeping it close. SV gets a Tetris, 883. Long bar over Tetris for Tetris time. He's back by less than a Tetris. Tetris is here worth 31,200 on 25. Tetris time is clean. Trying to keep that well open. Just skimming. Waiting. Brings it down. Gets it. There we go. Another one. 937 Tetris time. SV 927. Today is a free day for me on my fasting, whatever you want to call it. And, we were at Costco, so I had to get the chicken bake, guys. So I do have a chicken bake inside me right now. It's very happy. A41 for Tetris time, 973 for SV. Oh, you Costco fan. Did I get the double chunk chocolate cookie? No, that's a little extra. No. I like sweet, but I like savory better. All right, SV has got the max out on 29. Tetris time, gonna skim into 29. It's got to bring this whole thing down in big 3-line chunks. He's got the lead. He's low on the board. He's ahead by about 50,000. How many big booms would I give the chicken bake? 5 out of 5 booms. Big booms. All right, Tetris time, the first one to 1.1. SV has closed the gap a little bit here, though, while Tetris time is kind of burning here. SV is set up, gets a Tetris, B46. SV in the lead. So we're about 50-something lines to go until level 39. Super kill screen. And this game is, man, crazy decider, crazy match all around. B53 for Tetris time. SV gonna get a Tetris. Bunch of bars in a row that Tetris time can't use. Long bar gets down. Tetris for him. B95. SV gonna get one. C54. Tetris time down stacking again. He's burning up a lot of pace here while SV is clean. Oh, that left side is going to be fatal for Tetris time at C14. And SV is going to hang on. He was in the process of topping out too. And SV is going to hang on and really hang on because he was up 2 games to none. Tetris time comes fighting back to get 2 in a row. But SV will outlast Tetris time. So Tetris time's top 4 dream is going to have to be delayed at least 1 more month. Tetris time, you played awesome, and I think you've gained some fans and maybe some votes in that premiere poll for next time, because this was a very impressive performance. So congratulations to you. But it is SV who is the green bracket winner. SV will be advancing to the top 4 to take on Meme. Let me go ahead and report this match. I mean, Tetris time did awesome, though. I mean, this really, really did. There it is. That's our final 4. Dog versus Scooty. SV versus Meme.
Hey, everybody. This is your old pal, Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly. And I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.